Good morning, everybody. So I'm back with another video. As mentioned the other day, I'm going to be cracking some PCI slabs. They are pretty much useless in terms of taking an accurate grade from them. So what we'll be doing is just busting these open and then deciding if I want to send them off to a different grading company. Not going to do that with the Eagles. The only two that are in question are probably going to be these Morgan dollars here. So I'll let you have a look at them. This one is a 1896, I believe it was a P. Yep, 1896 P. Nothing too crazy going on there. There's a couple little marks here, and there's another one on the face there, and a couple tiny ones over here. And then one down in the field there. So definitely with those taken into account, not a MS65. I would say, there is still a chance it could be mint state. I just don't know. Obviously, I'm not a professional coin grader. Don't do this for a living. It's just more for fun and for educational purposes. So when I send this off, I'm fully expecting to get it back saying that they weren't able to grade it, and I'll probably be wasting my, $25 or $30. Let me know below too if any of you have purchased a subscription from PCGS or NGC. I'm leaning more towards the PCGS. That seems to be a little bit more of a high-end grading company, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. I know NGC is very well known as well and respected from what it seems. So without further ado, we're going to crack these open. I will be very professionally setting them on this towel here, so they will not be getting scratched or anything. But anyways, here we go. You see there, not very hard. I've seen some people have to do it with pliers. Maybe that's just another thing with PCI that they use cheap glue or cheap plastic, who knows. But all right, so there we have it. I'm going to put a glove on. I don't want to be a total cretin. So these gloves have seen better days. They're from Hobby Lobby and they're about 3 sizes too small. So they're in pretty rough shape, but it's what I've got for now, and it's better than touching them with hand oil. So this is what I've got. All right. So you can see here, again, there's absolutely no way this is an MS65. We've got, let me see, where's my pen here? There we go. So we got marking here, 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 and along the face there. In my mind, this might not even be a mint state at all. I mean, I guess kind of it's, I don't know. We'll see. There's a strike here and here. It's got good feathering still in the chest, but I would be surprised if it came back as even an MS63, honestly, with those marks on the face. Again, I've used this one for, actually, I'll use a different one. Just for reference, this is an MS64. And you can see it's much cleaner. It's got that kind of frosty look to it. More visible with the feathering and everything. So, guys, when you see PCI coins for sale online or wherever it may be, please take into account, like this one does have some cool toning to it. It's kind of a rainbow effect. I don't think it's been cleaned because you can see it still has the cartwheel on there and there's no brush marks, but take into account who's doing the grading when you're buying these. If it's anyone other than NGC or PCGS, I just treat it as a raw coin and price accordingly when I'm going to buy it. I will not pay a premium for a non-premium grading service, if that makes sense. So without further ado, we'll do one of the Eagles, and then we'll just keep on going. This is a PCI MS70 2003 edition Silver Eagle. Nothing crazy going on. I mean, these don't usually get handled too much anyways. They weren't put in circulation to be used as currency, so it's rare that I get one that's just completely beat up. It does happen. I think people use them as like a pocket memento, good luck charm. Let's see here. I do like these. They're kind of like a rubber holder almost. That's kind of, you know, looks pretty nice, honestly. It's nice and thick. It's got good padding. I kind of wish, like, if you look at the PCGS stuff, they're just kind of inlaid in plastic there. I like the padding. That's one thing I will say, not to completely stomp on PCI, but that's one thing I will say is the padding is nice. So really cool rim toning here. Again, some people have massive premiums for this stuff. I have seen toned Eagles and toned Morgans go in the high hundreds or even low thousands of dollars on eBay, which is a little bonkers, but hey, to each their own. I guess they treat it as almost like an art piece at that point. This one has some really cool pinks and purples and oranges, almost like rust colors too on the bottom left here. And it looks like we got the start of some milk spotting right down here throughout the gown. So not 100% sure, but that's what it looks like under the camera. So, all right, on to the next one. We'll go with another Morgan. We have a 1900 MS65 according to PCI. This one is, again, a Philadelphia. For those of you who don't know, if you're new to this, Philadelphia has no mint mark. So you've got Philadelphia, Carson City is going to have the CC, S is San Francisco, and then you've got D for Denver, and I know I'm forgetting, New Orleans is going to have the O on it. So you look out for those. Again, right off the bat, you can tell not an MS65. You got a big mark there, mark here. The feathering's pretty well worn. On the obverse, you've got whatever this is going on here, another mark on the face here. Let's bust it out and see if it looks any different. I love the sound of breaking glue or plastic, whatever that is. This one actually looks quite a bit better out of the plastic. The coloring. Normally, like I said, I'm not a huge go for toning guy, but this looks pretty cool. It's got blues, purples, oranges. Only thing that's kind of going against it is that spot right there on the eye where it's like it almost looks like when you get copper that's been has some oxidizing on it. But yeah, that looks pretty neat actually. Again, don't think it's an MS65. I'm curious to see how much the toning is going to hurt these coins if I do send them in to get graded. I really don't see too much here in terms of, you know, bad marks. There is one, let me see, up here, and that one there. But after taking it out of the plastic, I mean, nothing new. The rims aren't all smashed or anything like that. So, I mean, this one, I would say harshly, it's probably like an AU58. The hair is still in decent shape. Maybe it's like an MS60. Again, I'm fairly new to trying to eye grade things, and I'm not a pro, so I just try to be more critical of my coins than the grading services would be, just for more when I'm selling them than anything, so that someone doesn't come to me and say, "Oh, you said this is a MS63 level coin, and it's only, you know, came back as AU58." I don't want that that kind of criticism. So anyways, in my opinion, still a cool coin, but not an MS65. So, you know, the suggested value when I was buying this in the auction, I remember it coming across, it was like $558. Realistically, it's probably a, I don't know, $70 coin, maybe $60 coin. I paid, I believe, $35 for it. Normally I don't talk about price too much, but with this kind of stuff, it is important if you're going to buy some of these coins, so you have a ballpark figure of, you know, where to stay in. Everyone's, you know, do your own thing, but that's just for myself. I won't pay over a certain amount for raw Morgans, just because there's a lot of risk involved. You can spend $110 on something with the intention of getting it graded at a MS65 or 64. You send it in, pay the money to get it graded, and then it comes back as like an MS60, and you just lose, you lose some of your investment money plus your grading, the money you spent for grading. So just be careful. There's the last one, 07 Silver Eagle. Everything looks to be in pretty good shape with this one. There's a little mark there. Not sure what that's about. Again, you know, the toning, I'm 99.9% sure it was chemical toning, but unless they live in some crazy environment where this just happens to coins, I would say it's chemical toned. I mean, you can tell there's been liquid. I don't know if you've ever dumped water onto a piece of paper that had watercolor done, but this is exactly what happens when it dries. It kind of looks like that. So I'm sure someone stuck some sort of a chemical solution on top, like a dye. And who knows, honestly, I think I might do another video where I drop one of these in some of that dip solution for coins or acetone and just see if this stuff lifts right off, because it could just be like, you know, maybe someone had arts and crafts class with this and just watercolored it and then decided to try and inflate the value on it. This one, when I bought it, it said the estimated value on it was like $1,400 and some change, and I paid $32 for it back when the premiums on Eagles were still pretty high, actually. So I got very lucky, because a lot of the other ones in this lot were going for like $40 to $42, and some people unfortunately were paying into the hundreds for these toned ones, more for the ones like this with the rim toning than the full toning. But you know, be smart. Like I said, to each their own. I can't see a reason why you'd spend that much on, at the end of the day, it's just an ounce of silver. There's no numismatic value to it. It's just an ounce of common bullion silver. There's literally tens of millions of them out there. So here's the aftermath. I am going to put those coins into these holders. I can't do it with gloves on, so I'm going to end the video here, but I hope you all enjoyed. Just wanted to do something a little bit different. I do have about 5 or 6 unboxing videos that I'll be doing tomorrow probably, and then throughout the week as stuff comes in. I did list some things on eBay too. If you'd like to check out my eBay store, you can just leave a comment and I will tell you where to go on eBay. I'm not trying to advertise too heavily, but you know, it does help the channel out every once in a while, because I can move some stuff and get some more stuff. I've got a Britannia on there, a Libertad with some weird black marks on the back. None of these are perfect coins by any means, but and then we've got I believe this is, I can't remember the name of this, half crown. Yep, half crown. And then a 2 shilling piece. These are both, I believe, from England, for Great Britain specifically. And then this is a 1 peso Mexican silver. This is 75% silver, I believe. And these are both half. This one, of course, is 999, and this is 999, I believe, too. So anyways, that's all I've got for today. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, feel free to reach out. Just as a final reminder, we are on the road to 500 subs. It sounds like a small amount, but with the amount of attention that I have been putting towards this channel in the last 9 months, it's a feat nonetheless. So when we get to 500 subs, we are giving away some silver to a few subscribers. I haven't decided how many yet or what it's going to be, but as I said before, if you want to go back and check out the last video I did where I rewarded some subs with silver, I think everyone was very happy with it. So we'll be doing something similar, maybe even a little bit better, and then we'll do an even bigger one at 1,000. So If you could help out the channel, I would really appreciate a sub, comment, like, subscribe, everything that everyone else says. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.